Now, normally when you mention the word game improvement iron, you expect to see something a little bit clunky, a little bit not very good looking, and something that when you look down at, you just see this bulky, horrible golf club. Well, today I'm testing a golf club that looks superb and is perfect for mid to high handicappers. Hi everyone, I'm Lee Whitaker, and today I am testing the brand new for 2023 Srixon ZX Mark II ZX4. Now this golf club, the previous incumbent, had a little bit of bulkiness at the back, and it was, although it was good looking and looked okay, it just fell into that clunky big game improvement iron bracket. Well, this one breaks the mold. It is beautiful. And today I'm going to test it. Now, what you want with an iron like this is forgiveness. That's all anybody is in this for, is forgiveness and to be able to get the most out of those bad shots. Down at the ball, it looks fantastic. It actually looks really, really good. It does have a thick top line. Like, I'm not going to deny it and get away from it. It does have a thick top line and offset. But that's exactly what you want this golf club for. And you want it to have that because the offset helps those people who just kind of lose it to the right a little bit. The lateness in which the club can rotate just helps square that face up a little bit. So that's what it's there for. For me, offset does give me a little bit of going left vibes, but you know, I should be able to get away from that. So I've got a 5-iron here. I'm 196 yards from the pin. It would be pushing a 5-iron a little bit for me. It's probably about a 190 club, but with its stronger loft, will I get there? Oh, I've like leaked that out to the right. Get in the water. Great shot, Whitaker. When I said mid to high handicappers, maybe I meant me. Straight off the bat, not a great start. Right, that is incorrect. That's more like it. Now I felt a little bit like I hit that out the toe. I didn't hit that perfectly. And after I hit it, I felt a little bit like, uh-oh, this isn't going to go where I want it to go. But then once I saw the ball fly, I was like, actually, that wasn't a bad shot. And that's what you want. That's what you want. If you hit this a little bit out the toe, you want the club to maintain ball speed, maintain loft, maintain spin, and still be able to go there or thereabouts the distance you should expect. There will always be a drop off. But all in all, it's done it. Everything I want. A 5-iron, I'm going to want 5,000 to 6,000 revs. Little bit low, but not too bad for a stronger loft. Launch angle 15, ball speed 130, and it carried 192. So all in all, pretty impressive. And again, a little bit toey, a little bit of theme going on here. And as you can see, the ball flight stayed pretty similar, but we did get a drop off of 188 yards, but not drastic. Right, we'll hit one more with this 5-iron and then we'll drop down in distance and see what the pitching wedge is like. And then I'll get some numbers with the 7-iron. That felt a lot better. The height it's got is so much more, like it's coming down softer. Be interesting to see what these numbers say. So there we go. So I hit this one a lot more central. Carry was only 1 yard further than when I hit it out the toe, but now my spin is up where I want it to be. Launch is a little bit more higher launch, higher spin, means a higher ball flight, which means landing softer on the greens and being able to stop on the greens. Now, normally when you get stronger lofted clubs like this, you're sacrificing spin and overall height for distance, whereas this has actually performed just as good as what my 5-iron would perform with a lot less loft. It's actually gone the distance that I'd want it to. Probably it's going a few yards further because it's stronger lofted, but height and spin wise, this one's on the ball. Okay, so let's look at the numbers then. Average ball speed 120 miles an hour. It's not too bad. These two weren't great. These two were a little bit out the toe, so the speed sort of did drop down a little bit. These three here were, well, these two were definitely middled. So all in all, pretty consistent. There is a drop off clearly when you get it out the toe. Launch angle is 16. For a 7-iron, it's a bit low. I'd kind of want it in and around 19 to 20, but this is a stronger lofted 7-iron. Spin 5.7 for a 7-iron, that's pretty low. I'd want that 6 to 7. I'd kind of want that in around here, so it is a bit low, but again, the loft and everything, you've got to take that into account. But you don't detract from the fact it's coming in at 45 degrees. Now, for a 7-iron, I'd want that closer to 50 if possible, like this 48.5 here is more or less ideal, but still at 45, that's a good descent angle for a 7-iron. And an average carry of 171. And you can see here, these two here were middled, like these were great shots at 167, 176, 177. This was okay, and these were the ones out the toe. So you are getting a drop off when you come out the toe, but that's to be expected, but it's not a massive drop off. It's like 6 to 10 yards, you know, that's granted a lot, but all in all, the straightness and accuracy of this golf club is superb. Average 2.8 yards left of target, but that's 1 yard, that's 2 yards, that's, you know, these are all in and around the pin on a par 3, which is what you'd want it to be, you know, sort of 3-4 yards is 12-15 feet. You take that for a birdie putt. And all in all, it's just a great performing golf club, regardless of your ability. But for someone who is new to the game or wants to sort of make a little bit of an improvement into more of a better feeling golf club and more of a player's kind of golf club, I think the ZX4 is a great transition. It's certainly not as big and clunky as the Ultra Game improvement range. Okay, a bit of technology for you for the ZX4 then. So we've got this mainframe technology, and what this is on the back of this cavity, there's all these grooves and cutouts and notches and stuff like that. And that's just there designed to give you better ball speed across the whole of the face. You're also getting Tour VT sole, and what this is designed to do is give you better turf interaction. So as the club goes into the turf, this sole is designed to help get the ball out of the turf a lot better, which in turn just gives you better striking. And obviously we've got progressive grooves. So if you will see on the 5-iron, we have quite a lot of spacing between the grooves, and this is designed to give you more consistency for those longer shots. Whereas with the pitching wedge, we have now got grooves a lot closer together and more of them, and this is designed to give you more controllable spin for those field shots or those shots that are your scoring shots. So even though these are the entry-level golf clubs for Srixon, they still have all the technology the other ones do. Okay, final test. I'm going to give myself 4 balls. I'm 131 yards away. I've got a pitching wedge. See how close we can get to the pin. Pitching wedge looks great, by the way. Always a good club to have a look at if you can do, because it's one that you're going to use to sort of have those field shots around the green at the same time. Go ball, go ball. I'll take that for a first shot. A little bit low on the face, but the club still performed. It still got out there, and you'd take that all day long on a par 3. Is that massive or is that okay? Spin. Yeah. Came in lovely and soft and held the green. Actually not far away from the pin at all. The pitching wedge is lovely. It's it doesn't look like a big clunky pitching wedge. It looks like definitely one you can have that feel and control around the greens with. As you proceed to leave the face wide open. They may be game improvement irons, but if you put a rubbish swing on it, not even these are going to save you. Right, last one then, but the first 2 were okay. I'll take them. That last one, not so much. Oh, it's massive. Is it massive? Just a bit of a pull. Back of the green, so not the greatest of strikes. But all in all, the feel and sound of these golf clubs is great. Like Srixon make some of the best feeling golf clubs, from their cavity backs all the way up to the Z Forge, which I play. They just feel fantastic. They are up there with some of the best. And I'll argue with anybody about that. They just are. They always come out on most people's sort of lists as some of the best feeling, and these ZX4s are no different. They definitely don't feel cheap, they don't feel game improvement-y, they feel just as good as any other Srixon iron that I've hit, and that's one thing I love about it. So if you are a person who's possibly using big, thick, chunky irons and wants to make the next step, I think Srixon ZX4 is potentially the way to go, because they perform great, they sound and feel great, and this year they actually look superb as well. But I'd love to know what you think. Are you a Srixon player, and are you looking to change from the ZX4 into the ZX4 Mark II? I'd love to know what you think. Is there enough in it for me? Arguably, I think looks and feel is definitely a stepped improvement on what the ZX4 used to be, because it was just a little bit too clunky and fat for my liking. So on this occasion, I would say I potentially would change if I had the old ZX4. Or are they something that you're potentially looking to buy this year and you're just watching reviews to get that sort of idea of what they look and sound and feel like? For me, I think they're definitely one that you should go out and try. If you're looking at new irons and you're in that bracket, have a go with the Srixon ZX4. I personally don't think you'll regret it. If you've liked this video, please do click that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel or aren't yet subscribed, please hit my logo right there, and that will take you to be able to subscribe to this channel. And as always, I will see you all on the next video.